Hey guys, just before the video starts, I'd just like to tell you about my Twitter at Mattov FM. Over there, I'm posting things that are happening in and around the save, off-camera highlights and things like that. And also, I'm posting some good football content, and you'll also get to see when new things are happening. Like, for example, when we just joined Leicester, you'll get to see when stuff like that is happening before it comes out in the episode. Go and check that out, and now enjoy the episode.
Oh, yes!
Hello and welcome back to another episode as part of Mattov's English Journey, and welcome back to Leicester City. It's our first full season getting underway here, our 8th season in our career, and today we're going to be kicking it off, showing you the transfers that we've made in the summer, and also we've got the first game of the season at the King Power against West Ham United. So we've got that game coming up. Maybe we can get two, and I'm not too sure, but it'll probably just be the one. And then obviously, most importantly, we're going to show you the transfers. It's been a big summer, lots of money going around, and it's always nice to be able to finally make some, money transfers. It's been a while, and we finally get to do that now. So we're going to go straight into it and show you the transfer history. I'm going to show you first, actually. I'm going to just take a look at this quickly. Yeah, none of this is what we should be looking at. It's here what we should be looking at. The transfers out, the amount of money we've made in this summer has actually been huge. £100 million made, so most of them have come through. We sold Thielman, who I'm kind of disappointed he left. Actually, I really would have liked to have kept him. We sold him for around 40 million though, so it was a good price. We also sold Vutsov, goalkeeper, backup goalkeeper. We sold Sumare 17 million. Trafford for 30 million, Rising 38 million, Cifuentes for 15 million, and some other players for, Braybrooke there, as you can see, 10 million. So we've managed to get a load of money out from the club, 118 million, and a lot of that obviously does get cut into the budget. We've got around 40 million initially, but that has risen to around 80 million. It says the original budget was 60 million, but that's not the that wasn't true at all. It was 40 million. We got to a point of around 75 million off all the sales. So we got players out of the club and made a real load of money, but I think we just got excess players out. I personally thought we already had a really, really good squad, and I still think we do. With a few additions, we've got a really, really good squad under our belt going into this season. So we're going to take a look at the signings. Obviously, I'm not going to mention all the people who've left the club because we hardly even saw them. But the players who we have brought in, you will be able to see that, and it will be something the players you'll know that have not been here. We get to show them off in this first episode. So starting off with it will be from this signing here. We brought in Matteo Tudisco. He is a right back. He had like 5-star potential in the scouting report, and then it just all dropped off. So annoying, but he is a very decent squad player overall. Really decent player at right back where Patterson is playing. So if he ever needs to come in, he is very, very capable. If we ever need to turn him over as well, we'd make a huge profit. Just the £1 million, it's a very nice signing. And he is still quite young, so he might still have that ability to keep on developing. Next player brought in Marcelo Jr. Very, very excited about this signing. He's a 20-year-old Brazilian. We brought him in from one of the Brazilian clubs. I'm not sure what is Grêmio actually. I thought it was, but I didn't want to get it wrong just in case. He is a defensive midfielder, centre back. We're probably going to be playing him in half back, maybe at ball playing defender. He is looking like the real deal. 5 stars of potential ability. All of his attributes really, really good. His passing, his teamwork, aggression, determination. All these different things. But he's looking like he could be the real deal. And for £11 million, we have a real star on our hands. Very, very happy with that signing. We've also brought in on a permanent deal Belosian. I think that's how you would pronounce that. These are one of the signings who it's been made after before I should say we joined the club, and they've come in after we've joined, so we're out of control of that. Also Abner Vinicius, who you will remember from the end of last season, he's another one of those players who've come in, £22 million, but we've not spent money on him. Also another one of those, Nico Paz. He is he's coming from Real Madrid. He's a very notable player in real life. You will obviously have heard of him probably. He will break into the starting team. He's been really good in pre-season. We haven't played with him at the end of the season. I don't know how we haven't played. I don't know how we've managed to sign him on a free transfer when I wasn't here before the end of the season. Maybe it's they've approached him before the end of the season. I'm not too sure really. This signing we made here, we actually did sign ourselves. We brought in Jovan Milosevic. He is a bit more of a squad player for us. He's been in and around the Football League and some Premier League teams as well. He just gives us an option behind Ty Clark if we ever need to bring him in, and if he ever gets injured, stuff like that. He is looking solid. He's got a few goals in pre-season as well. He's been to the World Cup as well, so hasn't had a huge pre-season, but he has still got a few goals for us, which is good. Eddie Beach, the next player we brought in, he is a backup goalkeeper after we lost Vutsov. He is still quite young, and if he ever needs to come in, we can bring him in. 350k we spent on him. Next player we brought in Khalil. I think he would say it Khalil maybe. He's a left winger on that side from Manchester United. He's on loan, 2.7 million I think the fee is, and he's got a huge value. I think we have an optional future fee on him as well. So yeah, 68 million. So if he has a good season with us, qualifies us for Europe, then we might have to bring him in on a permanent signing. And finally, the last signing we've made, we brought in Labrovic. He is a goalkeeper, 30-year-old goalkeeper, and I mean, we spent quite a lot of money on him, to be fair. 35 million, rising 41, and I mean, we sold Trafford for how much was it? 13 million, 13 million, rising 38 million. So we've sold him. We didn't get as much money as we probably wanted to in the transfer budget, but if we need to bring in a good goalkeeper into this team, spend the money as well. We really do need to spend it, because if we weren't going to spend it at all, we would have stayed on 75 million. If it's hard to come by a good goalkeeper, in Labrovic, he's developed really, really well. 30 years of age, usually the peak for goalkeepers. He's been in Bournemouth, Blackburn, different Premier League teams for a number of years. Good stats overall, and yeah, if we can bring him in similar price for what we sold Trafford for, then I guess it's a reasonable signing to make, and we can't really complain too much about it. We have to buy players at the end of the day. So those are the signings. Pretty not as many signings as maybe you think we would have got. Still 36 million left in the bank, but we do still have the whole of August left to make some signings. You can see here, I mean, if we go to the squad, actually, the ability of the players is looking really, really good at the moment. Some of these boys, the star ability might not even represent them, but in my opinion, they have been good. And I'm very stingy with the money we spend. I mean, clubs are not going to let go of their players easily, and I probably should recognise that a bit more. Probably why I've not been able to buy as many players as I want to, but we still have that money. It could even be spent in January. The board have not put pressure on us to spend the money, and they're focused on other things, especially building this new stadium. I think we've got a really, really good squad to go for this season. Hopefully, it can pay us back, and we can, if we need to make the extra additions, we can go and do that. We've got a few games coming up in August, 4 games by the looks of it. If we need to make some signings, we can do that. But there's no real position I'm looking at the moment. I was thinking a new centre back, because Wout Faes wanted to leave. No one actually came in for him on a permanent deal, so we couldn't do anything for that. Maybe some new wingers as well. I mean, Nico Paz has been good, and Khalil is looking really, really good as well. So maybe we don't need to bring in players there. We've also got really good depth in the attack as well. Probably just the centre back where we're looking at, to be honest, where we need a new addition. Maybe a left back as well, but Abner Vinicius looking, he was really good at the end of last season, and also he was, I think these assists came literally in the last bit of the season for us. He's joined on a permanent deal. He's going to stay here for a while now, and he looks decent, to be fair, so we should keep him. So it is just probably that new centre back that we need. But Belosian, he is really good. I said this was the player who I was mentioning, actually. We wanted to play him at halfback, but he did get injured for the last part of the season. He is a natural centre back, and I think he will get some games there, especially at the start of this season. Hopefully he can turn up for us in that position. So we do have this first game coming up against West Ham. Hopefully we can go and start off our season well. I think we do have a huge season on the cards, and even if we don't do well, as I say, we've still got that money. We'll be much more used to the team, and we know exactly where we need to strengthen come January and come the next summer. So it's going to be a long process, but I definitely see the potential, and I'm looking forward to getting underway here. So let's get into the first game of the day of the season at the King Power against West Ham. So the team for this opening day of the season starts with Labrovic in goal. We've got a backline of Patterson, Belosian, Riyad and Tanganga. That might be a bit of a questionable selection, but he has had a really good pre-season, and Vinicius is injured at the moment. We've got Marcelo, Meslic and Dewsbury Hall in the midfield. We've got Kalel on the left, Nico Paz on the right and Clark up top. Kick off here in this game against West Ham. Hopefully we can start the season with a nice 3 points. You know, as I say, we've got a really good squad behind us, and I really question why this team struggled last year. You know, maybe they were just a bit mismanaged. For example, I know we said about it last season, but Clark has just won the Golden Boot, sorry, in the World Cup for England. He lost out in the final, unfortunately, which is pretty disappointing. Typical England to bottle it, I guess. But he's just won the Golden Boot. But last year he only had like 8 goals before I joined. It's pretty wild, to be honest. And I think we've played in pre-season against some good teams. You know, for example, Rennes, who are in the Champions League this season, I should say. And Ty Clark has just got injured there. Right, okay, we're going to bring on, I think we bring on Milosevic here. Big aerial presence. That's a shame for him, though. Hopefully that's not too bad. They're not having some injury issues already. But as I was saying, we played Rennes in pre-season, team who were in the Champions League, and we comfortably beat them at home. I know it's pre-season, but like if we can put it past teams like that, then I think we're gonna have a really, really good season. And if not, if some of the transfers have not been good and we could have strengthened in some other places, then we just go again next summer or in January and try and improve on that. But I think we've got a really good squad. We've built around this core, you know, Riyadh, Dewsbury Hall, Clark, all them, and we've bought in players where it needs to be strengthened, and hopefully it can carry us to a high finish. The Premier League, obviously a very difficult league, but the boys will be well rested. We've got really good squad depth, probably the best squad depth you've ever seen the team have that I've managed. You know, we've kept some really good boys around. It's good squad depth as well, not just signings that are not going to be effective. It's really good. We've brought in some really, really good boys, and hopefully they can help us to achieve what we want to achieve here. But we need to start off this season with a good result as we find ourselves on the ball here. Callow finds himself on that ball on the left side. It comes to Jaffet Tanganga, and he'll look to try and play the ball in into the middle. It falls out to Kalel in the middle. It's hit the crossbar, and it'll come out to him once again. He plays it to Oregbenham. Dewsbury Hall has the shot into Kalel. I don't know what is going on. It's a bit of chaos at the moment, and then Patterson has headed that out. I think, yeah, he's headed that straight out. One of the players who's developed really, really well, and he's still here at the club. He's going to stay in this team. I mean, we need really solid ability players, a lot of experience behind them. And for example, you know, Patterson, Labrovic, all them different types of players, you know, they give us that option to have that experienced set of players, and hopefully we can go on and achieve that European finish that we want next year. Go and build on that and see what we can do. But West Ham through on goal here. Labrovic has been dinked off his line, and luckily it's hit the crossbar there. Few minutes left in added time here in this game, and now we've got to go and find the goal here. 60 minutes gone in this game. We're still looking for the goal to open up the scoring here. Dewsbury Hall plays the ball into the middle. It falls out to Paz here on this right side. A few substitutions to be made for us shortly, so we can get some fresh legs on and hopefully get that goal. Dewsbury Hall might be the one to get it, and Melier in the goal for West Ham has tipped that over, and now we'll have another chance from this corner. We want Milosevic to get on the end of this. I mean, that's why we brought him on, for his aerial threat. It would be nice for him to get the goal when we need it, and now it comes to nothing, and Colette will find himself on that ball from deep. He's going to look to try and play one forward, you think, Oregbenham to Riyadh, and now it goes to Junior at the back. Marcelo Junior, what a boy he could become, honestly. So much potential in him, and hopefully he can go on and achieve that. We can only make the 3 substitutions, so I think I'm going to make them. We're going to bring on Gallo there at left back. One more attacking change. I say we bring on Gomez, who was here last season, and now he's dropped out of the main team, you'd think. But yeah, he's still there and present. And I might also bring on Sarawi. You know, Kalel has not had his best game, to be honest, on debut, and Sarawi was also here last season. Both of them a bit more trusted players, you think, because they've played here for a couple seasons, and hopefully they can find us this goal. But we've got a completely rotated attacking line, and I mean, it would be very, very nice to open up the day, the season with an opening day win, and hopefully we can find that here in the last 20 minutes. Dewsbury Hall will look to try and play Patterson in, you think. Instead he plays Devolosian. Oregbenham tries to play Patterson, nothing comes of that, and now West Ham might try to counter-attack, but luckily they've managed to stop them. They've still got a really, really good team, to be fair. They've got the likes of Bowen, Kudus, I think they've got Paquetá as well, so really good team, and we're still playing quite well against them, but we're just not generating the chances at the moment. Ty Clark going off early is not really what you want, to be honest, and I think he's got a 20-goal season in him, to be fair. Just hope that injury is not too bad. On the opening day of the season, it would be so awful to start it off in that way. We'd have to probably bring in a whole new striker already and spend money when we don't really have to, when we've got an elite level striker like that. Let's just hope it's not too bad. Belosian will try and play this forward. Dewsbury Hall plays it to Oregbenham, but it's a poor pass from him, and now West Ham will try and hit us on the counter attack here. Bit of defending required. It's Oregbenham who closes Bowen down, but he doesn't win it. And now is there a card coming out for him here? He's come on early in the first half, and now a card is coming out, I think, unless it's just being given for a free kick. The card given, it's a red card. What is going on? How is that a red card? He just tripped him up, unless he's already on a yellow. I don't know what's happened. He's just been straight sent off. And what do we do here now? I think we just have to play the one midfielder, to be honest, or maybe put Dewsbury Hall a bit more advanced. Yeah, we'll just have to play him there, to be honest. So frustrating that he's gone and done that, to be honest. I don't know how it's a red card, to be fair, but still very annoying. And now we're gonna have to play Dewsbury Hall out of position, shadow striker. We're very exposed in the midfield, but we've just got to go for it here in the late moments of this game. Not been the best opening starts to the season, but we still might be alive here. Dewsbury Hall plays it to Sarari. He's come inside here. He might look to try and line up a shot. He is still very far out. He's going all the way around. Sarari will line up the shot, and he's put it straight over the bar. Poor shot from him in the end. I thought he could line it up, but nothing comes of that. And now there's 10 minutes left in this game. Can we find a goal to take all 3 points? I mean, both teams have not had their best performances, to be honest. I think a point would be very fair. At home, I mean, away for West Ham and at home for us. That's what it's looking like. It's going to be 1 minute left in added time, and the final score 0-0. We take away a point from the opening day, and hopefully we can build on this come the rest of the season. So also, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy that video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'll leave you with this little tune, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you. Bye bye.